Hello everybody, my name is Sirhcus and welcome back to another episode of the Sirhcus, my single player Let's Play series. Today we're going to start off the same way we have the last few episodes. We're going to consult the magical dropper of decision. So, magical dropper of decision, what are we going to work on today? No, I don't want to work on that. So, magical dropper of decision, what are we going to work on today? No, I don't want to work on that. So, magical dropper of decision, what are we going to work on today? No, dropper. What are we going to work on today? There we go. There we go. That's what we're going to work on today. Again, totally leaving it up to the dropper of decision. It knows all. It is all wise and all powerful. We must obey the magical dropper of decision. So we're going to start a logging village today. We're going to start on a new village. Pretty excited. It's going to be interesting, using lots of wood, make some nice log cabins. I've been working on some build designs in creative, and I think I have some good things going. So pretty much all the villages that we've made so far have had a purpose, and I want to keep kind of doing that until we're a little bit more established in this world. Eventually we'll kind of have a lot of farms and stuff, and then we can just make places that look nice. But, you know, we had Yester, which was our starter village. It's the spawn village that's right at spawn. It has some starter farms, and then we went over to, hello, doggy. Let's try and bring you back to the new village. I have a portal out there already. I have it all scoped out. So go in there. No, you probably weren't out of the portal long enough. So we went over to Yitterby, started the quarry place so that we could start getting some cobblestone. And then we went over to a glow, and you know, that was a trading village. So now we're going to do a logging village, and this is going to be where I do most of my tree farming. At least that's the plan. I don't know how well that's going to work. One thing about trees is you can set up a tree farm anywhere. You just plant some saplings down and you chop trees. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to use this, or if I'll just end up chopping trees on site most of the time. But if I do need a place to just chop a bunch of trees, stockpile lots of wood, keep all of the saplings, this is where we're going to do it. So this is the place that I picked out. It is a lovely little area, kind of a valley. One thing that is lacking here, I know someone suggested I do like a log. I think someone in my comments suggested I do a logging village, and I've been planning this for a while. And then someone else suggested that I do like a log river run. How in the olden days they would just send logs down the river to travel, or to transport them from wherever they were cutting down all the trees to some place where they were collecting them, some I don't know, processing plant, or to a place where they would get loaded onto a ship and then taken somewhere. And so the rivers would just be filled with logs, and that would be an interesting thing to do. Be Happy Gaming with Greg, who's doing a really cool vanilla series right now. He actually did something like that, and it looked pretty neat. And it'd be kind of cool to do here. There's no rivers here. That's the only problem with this area. We could maybe make our own river. There is an ocean off that way. It's a little far away. It'd be a lot of terraforming. Maybe that's something we could look into in the future, later on when we have better tools or more TNT. We could work on that. Maybe we'll do it now. Who knows? But at the moment, I don't really have plans to do that. So yeah. But we're going to have a little town here, a little village. We're going to use lots of wood, obviously, because it's a logging town. I'm going to try and make kind of log cabins. My interpretation of a log cabin, or at least the best I can do here in Minecraft. And yeah, and then we'll have just some areas where we'll have trees planted, I guess. The first thing, though, I need to do here is I need to clear out all of these trees. This is how I start. I can't really picture what's going on here until I get all these trees out of the way and figure out what I want to do. So I'm going to do tons of clearing. That should give us plenty of wood to work on the village as well. And I think this might be a good time to jump into a time lapse. And there we have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Did a lot of clearing out. I have tons of spruce wood now. Should have plenty to build this village. Let's take a look at the space that we have to work with. If I can get up on here. There we go. So, yeah, this is a nice, really nice valley. From this side, it doesn't look amazing. You have that one big hill. I really like the view from the other side, though, and you have all of these mountains in the background. It's very beautiful. We have like one strange hill in the middle. I'll have to clean up some of this as usual, kind of just smooth out some of the terrain, but I'll do that as I go through here. I haven't done any planning for the village, the buildings, where we're gonna put stuff. I was looking at this and trying to figure out how I could make a river work, and I think I got something figured out. So let's go through and mark this out. We have a nice little spot back here that we could start a river right in the mountains. I don't know exactly how it would start. Maybe we could start it from where this water is and just kind of dig it out a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, do something a little bit different up there to make it seem like more of a source. And then let's just walk around where this water is gonna go. Maybe I should do torches. I don't do a lot of torches. Need something that will like stand out when we do this. This will be fine. We'll do slabs. Redstone torches actually probably would have been the best, but I didn't bring any redstone over here. So it's gonna come down the mountain, and it is gonna come right through this channel. We have a nice little area here to bring it through, and I think we can make it all the way to the ocean. The only problem, though, is that I don't have a good shovel at the moment, and this is gonna take a lot of terraforming to actually make this good. So I don't know if we're gonna do it now, but if we're gonna do it, I need to map it out. I need to mark it out so that I don't put anything in the way, because if I do that, we're gonna have some issues. So it's gonna come down here, and then we have a little bit of a lake here. I'll have to deepen this. Depth strider would also be really nice when I work on this river. But we could have it kind of widen out over here, just deep in this this part, make it kind of a little lake that it pours into. And then we bring it back. One other thing that I'm really gonna have to worry about is like this is pretty low. This is basically sea level, I think. I'm trying to think. I think sea level is right at 62. We'll have to check when we get over there. And so that means all of this river from that point on is going to have to basically be sea level. We're not going to be able to drop it down anymore. Let's see. Well, this is fine. We'll just go through here and maybe we'll take a quick sleep. Whereas that first part, we can kind of have some elevation change and it will look a little bit more interesting. And the only way that we could fix that, the only way we could make that better is if we raised up that whole area there, which is possible. That would mean I wouldn't have to deepen that lake part as much. We could just raise up the land around it, build up the land around it. And honestly, like when I do terraforming, I take out a lot of dirt. I always end up with chests and chests of dirt. I never seem to build land. So that actually might not be a bad idea. I might be able to use up some of the dirt that I have on hand. Because I'm pretty sure I already have like 2 or 3 double chests. So then the river's going to wrap around, it'll come back into this valley and come off this way. And I think right through here. I'm trying to find, spots that are pretty low so we don't have to do too much digging. There's spots like this that we're going to have to really tear down and change. I think that's where I wanted it through. Or do I want to bring it through there? Maybe we'll bring it through there, actually. So we'll take this back. And then this will go this way. And then we have like a little spot here. I mean, it's going to change a lot. We're going to have to dig it down a lot, even though this is a little bit lower. But still, it sort of fits a little bit better in that area. And then we have a river up here that we can join into. So we'll just go right down this way. And then that will kind of go into this river. I might get rid of some of the river back here. There's really not much. It's mostly lakes. But I think this is a river biome. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a lake. And then I should have made a boat so we could just ride across here. Although it looks like we couldn't make it very far. But then we have this river, so we can just use this. We'll have to clear out some of this, but that's fine. Maybe I'll make a boat here because I think we can travel a little ways down this part. So we'll just grab that and hop in the water. And then it will go down here. And there's a spot where it kind of splits. I think it's right up here. Yeah, we have that river goes off that way, but I want to go off this way. I'll take this boat with me. So we'll go right through here, and I guess we'll just hop into the boat again. And then again, it sort of widens out, which would be kind of cool. There's another little lake over here that we can connect to. And we'll grab this again. So we'll go right through here. And then off this way. And then there's one last little bit that'll be quite a bit of terraforming. Probably right through here, I'm thinking. And we'll just leave that boat there because we shouldn't need it. Yeah, like right through here would probably be the easiest. And right on the other side of this hill, we have the ocean. Here we are. So that is, I think that's our final destination right there. It's a nice long river. I think it'd be kind of cool to build it. Yeah, and then we could do the log river run if we do that. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of digging, so I don't know if that'll be a project we can do now. But I just want to make sure that we have it marked out so I don't put any buildings where the rivers are going to be. Also, if you want to know where we are in the world, I've shown this off before. There's the zombie spawner that we found is right there. And the mesa is like right across the ocean there. This is a very big ocean. All of the holiday towns are across the ocean over that way. I think when we start building bigger civilizations, we're going to be building a lot around this ocean. In fact, I think right here is where I want to build my first like big city, because I just love this area. I love how it opens up to the ocean. You have just this plains in between these mountains. There's a lot of really cool areas over there that I've seen. And then our logging town is not too far away. In fact, it's probably faster just to go right over this way. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. It'll definitely be a big project, but I think it'll be worth it. I've been sitting here staring at this land, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to lay out the individual buildings, but I think I've decided the general area where things are going to go. So we're going to have this river through here, and I think the actual town part is going to be centered around that river. So we'll have some buildings like up on this hill, maybe a church. I'm also trying to think of like what kind of buildings we would have here. Obviously lots of homes. I'm thinking probably a church, probably want some sort of tavern or bar. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe a lumber yard of some sort, which is where we could actually store all of our wood, all the excess wood that we have. Not that we usually have tons of excess wood. We go through it pretty quickly. But yeah, so we'll have lots of homes and stuff over here. And then over on this side of the valley, I think that's going to be our tree farm area. And that will be kind of like right along that river that goes over there. You know, how the river wraps around and comes through over there. So then over there is where we could have the logs getting loaded into the river, sent down the river to their destination. So that's kind of the plan. And then you may have seen we have our first build. So I worked this out in creative, and I just brought it into here to see what it looks like. This is one thing, like, it's very different building a design in creative and actually putting it in the area that it's going to be. And now that I have it here, I can kind of see what the buildings are going to look like, and it's going to help me visualize this a lot better. But this is the idea. It's kind of a very simple log cabin, a nice stone foundation on the bottom, but still lots of logs as supports. Kind of a saggy roof. This is gonna make the building a lot more complicated, trying to do saggy roofs for everything, unless I come up with some sort of easy pattern to do. But I think it adds a nice touch to it. It's much more interesting than just a flat roof all the way across. And then this is very boring at the moment. Except, I mean, if you look at the side, it's not too bad. You know, we could put some windows in there, be a little bit interesting. But like this side, it's very boring. And I think what we're going to do is the way I came up with this style is I just looked up log cabins, and one thing that I saw on quite a few, especially like really big log cabins, is usually there would be like the bottom floor, the bottom part of the house would all be like really nice stone, and then it would be wood and logs up top, and there would always be like a deck up here, and so we could do something like that. And let's see, how did I do this? I think this one is a slab, and then we'll do a full block there, and then we're gonna have a staircase over here, and we'll put slabs across here, and then we'll have a nice support out of stone. I think I'm gonna use mostly cobblestone, because again, if you look at like log cabins, the stone is usually like very rough. It's very bouldery stone. It's not like a nice uniform like stone brick type stone. So that's what I think we're gonna run with. Do I have any stairs? No, I don't. Let's make some stairs. I suppose I should just make all the stuff that we're gonna need. We're gonna need stairs, we're gonna need fences. Let's just get some more spruce wood and get some more sticks. Yeah, there's a cave right below us. There's tons of zombies just hanging around, I guess. That should be plenty of those. Let's make a door. I think I might go with the dark oak door, just because we're using spruce wood for the walls. If we went with spruce wood or spruce doors, which is what I was originally thinking, I don't think it would go very well. And then let's see, we'll have a stair here, and like, whoops, and like that, and like that. Okay, so that'll be our staircase up. And then I'm gonna fill this in with trapdoors. This is one thing I don't really like to do. I really hope that they add in different types of trapdoors in the future. But one thing I really don't like to do, and one reason why I don't like to change my texture pack too much, is I like to have my things look good in normal vanilla resource pack. And this isn't really gonna look very good in normal vanilla because we have, well, this is gonna be oak colored, and it's going to have a bunch of holes in it. It would look kind of strange. But you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. In fact, I was playing around with some designs where we were actually using like the logs on top of each other. Like we would do something like this. Maybe mix in dark oak and spruce so that you had a little bit of color variation. But it doesn't look terrible in this resource pack. Oh, there's monsters nearby. It doesn't look terrible in my resource pack because I have the shading so it separates it. But when you look, like even if you add a little bit of detail into it with like one thing I was doing was having logs go different ways, doing like that, and like I said, using some dark oak logs as well. Even if you do that, this just looks awful in vanilla texture pack, and so I just couldn't do it, because if someone looked at my build in vanilla, it would be heartbreaking. I couldn't stand it. So that's like the main reason why I don't change my texture pack too much, just because I don't like, or I want people to be able to open this up in vanilla and it would still look good. I don't want to change things too much and then it only looks good in you know, when you have certain settings, when you have the game set a certain way. I'm just gonna put a staircase down for now, I guess. I'm not entirely sure how to do the interior. We could put a door down here and just have this staircase go up to the second floor, and maybe you know, these are maybe small cabins. They don't have room on the inside for staircases, so you actually have to go outside to go up. I think like in some of the cabins that I saw that had this sort of thing, that's what they did. Like I saw one specific picture that had a cabin that was probably about this size. It didn't have stone on the bottom. It had like planks, and then it had logs up top, and there was a door like underneath the balcony or the deck or whatever, and then there was a staircase going up to the balcony and a door up top. So I'm assuming it was so that you could get to the top floor, and there was probably no staircase inside. So we might be doing something like that and just have the floor in here. I don't know if I'll use trapdoors. I think it would be kind of interesting. It has a nice texture, and it's you know, just a little bit different than the spruce planks. But anyways, that's kind of the idea. And then we have our door, our chocolate bar door here. Put that in. Oh yeah, I like it. So there we go. That is the idea. That's our little test house. The house that we'll base all the other houses off of. I'm pretty excited. So I hope you guys have enjoyed another episode of the Sirhcus. I should have asked this at the beginning of the episode. I'll probably ask again next episode unless you guys give me a good idea. We need a name. We got a new village. We need a name for it. So if you could enter your suggestions down below in the comments, that would be great. And if you have any other suggestions on what we should do in this town, what should we put in here, I'd love to hear it. Always great to get ideas from you guys. I like having this series be more than just me building by myself. It's nice to get the feedback from all of you. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.